I'm Calvin. And I ain't tripping. I'm always talking about our justice system. This is one of the most best examples I can ever give you. Coming up next on I ain't tripping. How you doing today? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Now, I'm always talking about the justice system and the things they be doing and how stuff happens. And we all know that the justice system is just that, the justice system. It's a system. And in this country, people have learned to manipulate it. But I want to show you one of my biggest pet peeves I had with the justice system. I want you to take a look at this video, and after it's done, we're going to come back and talk about it.
Two men with violent histories now accused of shooting a 10-year-old girl on a playground. 18-year-old Sylvester Lewis was wheeled into court wearing shackles today. He was combative toward deputies and swore at the judge. Lewis has been arrested 15 times since the age of 12. Some of his charges include robbery, burglary, and battery. The second suspect is a convicted murderer.
And police are asking us not to name the second suspect or show you his mugshot because he still has to go through lineups. But he is known to police and prosecutors. The second suspect in the Clark Street playground shooting is no stranger to crime. Court records indicate he spent 10 years in prison for killing a teen in 2003 during a dispute over a borrowed gun. The 28-year-old was released just last year.
What are they doing out here in the community?
Durrell White is concerned about career criminals on the streets. White joined Sierra Guyton's relatives in a walk through the neighborhood where the 10-year-old was critically injured in a gun battle.
I think it's an injustice to the family that lost their child before, and it's also an injustice to the community.
DA John Chisholm says there's no simple solution to the tens of thousands of cases he oversees each year.
We have to make an appropriate determination what's the best thing to do with this person.
Some criticize Chisholm for being soft on crime. Others ask, why does Wisconsin have one of the highest incarceration rates in the country for black males?
Ultimately, our obligation is to hold the person accountable, and you do so with the best evidence you have.
As for Lewis, we are also learning how he violated his get-out-of-jail card after being busted for burglary. State records show he had 9 violations while on probation that included fighting, verbal threats, and drinking.
Because of the penalty in hand.
Now Lewis ended up in...
Now, this video, and I'm sorry I've let it play a little bit long, but this video does one thing that I've been talking about for the longest. It shows repeat offenders. This young man was arrested 15 times from the age of 12 to the age of 18. And I know some people out there is going to be saying, but he was a juvenile, Well, see, the problem is that he may have been a juvenile when he started, but we had to wait till it got to this point for them to get to see the culmination of his reign of terror. Somebody's child was shot and killed. Actually not killed, she was just shot. But anyway, someone's child was shot over whatever the case might have been, whatever it was over. You know, some kind of dispute between them two, them and somebody else. But whatever the case might be, somebody's child, innocent child, was shot because of this. Now, I don't want to get off on that because I know innocent children are shot and people are shot daily. What I want to get off on is the fact that these are repeat criminals, that our justice system allows these people to get to this point. See, at some point, when this child was this young man, because he's only 18 years old, this young man was a child. At some point, in those 15 arrests, did anybody take time out and say, wait a minute, This is a pattern. It's something we got to do. Now, I understand that the parents have rights. Don't get me wrong. I understand the parents have rights. But at a certain point, don't you see the parents have no control of what this child is doing? I, the parent could have been a single parent. The child could have been living with a grandparent or something like that. They just couldn't keep up with it. But somebody should have loved this child enough between 12 and 18 years old to say, okay, we got to stop this mess because it's crazy. See, I see all these families out there talking about, oh, that boy crazy, that boy crazy, that boy crazy. Then he get locked up for shooting somebody or killing somebody. Like this young man is 18 years old. They go and give him life. Then they holler about, he was a good person. He shouldn't have got killed. He shouldn't have got life, whatever, whatever. But he was 12 years old when he started. This is a range between 12 and 18. That's a 6-year span. He's been arrested more times in 6 years at 18 than I've ever been arrested in my whole life. And I'm 56. Do you see that there's a problem in the community when you allow this type of behavior to continue? When I was growing up, it was, I'm to tell you the truth, when I was growing up, my parents, my grandparents, we believe in, for lack of better terms, discipline. And my grandparents, they didn't take all that. You didn't do all that. Now, once you got 18 and you got out the house, then that might be one thing. But while you was under her roof, my grandparents under their roof, it wasn't playing. You wasn't coming in the house after a certain amount of time. You wasn't cursing. You wasn't disrespecting parents. If you did something wrong down the street and they heard that you was doing it, by the time you got home, they was waiting on you, and your punishment was quick. It was swift and to the point. It wasn't no, I'm gonna take away your Nintendo. You might get partially, that might be part of it. But believe me, corporal punishment was reigning in my home when I was growing up. And my grandparents knew how to lay it down. They were from the South. They didn't play that. I don't condone all that beating and stuff. No, I don't. Because some people get carried away with it. But I can say this. My grandparents, we had a certain respect for my grandparents. We said that the things that they did allowed us to have a certain respect for older people in general. We might have went bad when we got grown, but from the ages of from 12 to 18, please, we was like soldiers. We was on point. We weren't playing. We going to school. We gonna learn. We gonna respect people. We gonna respect them adults. Oh man, and my grandparents. I'm telling you, kids today don't realize. But in my house, my house, it was yes ma'am and no ma'am. These days, you got kids hollering about Jesse. Then the dad hollering about, yeah, Carl. Boy, 12 years old now. Anyway, let me get back to it. 15 arrests in 6 years. At some point, did anybody stop to take a look and see what was going on? Do one more thing. Do one more. Not one more thing, because one more thing now got a child shot. One more thing now got this boy in jail. For God knows how many years. People, I ain't telling you how to raise your children. But as for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord. I can thank God today because none of my children went to jail. None of my children had children prior to the age of 18. All of my children graduated high school. And thank God right now, all of my children are out of my house except for the youngest one. and he's leaving as soon as he gets a chance. But my point I'm making is this: is that this child is 18 years old now, about to go to prison and live with the big boys. And we know once he get to prison, and if he's there for 7, 8, 10 years, when he come back out, he gonna be harder when he come back out than he did when he went in. So we know trying to rehabilitate a child doesn't really work. And evidently, the parents that was trying to raise this child didn't really work. So where are we left at? To let another young black male become a statistic. It hurts to see these things happen. It hurts to see these things go on. But we got to do something about these laws. To let a 12-year-old who was obviously going down a bad path get lost and become another statistic. What do we do? Where do we go? How do we fix this problem? Because it is a problem. You can say what you want. You can talk all the stuff you want, but it is a problem. And until we, as a society, come together and face that fact, so we, as a society, come together and teach our children, until we, as a society, come together and understand there is a gap that needs to be filled, we're going to see more stories like this over and over and over, until one day our prison system is it's already overpopulated. Our prison system is going to be running the world. But hey, I'm Calvin. And I ain't tripping.